What's going on, you guys? It's Kojin here. Today we're going to be talking about Dark Lord and a growth guide for Dark Lord from level 1 to 200. Let's go ahead and let's just start from the basics. We're going to go ahead and get into the red and blue skills and the general skills. Those will give you attack and critical rate boosts. Then we're going to go to the HP up 2. Then we go from MP up 2. And then we go from HP 1 to MP 2. Next up, we're going to go ahead and go into the first job skills. This one's going to be pretty quick. So the skills I'm just maxing are your 1 second skill, Cross Slash, and Whirlwind. These 3 skills pretty much will carry you, and if you really do need the extra damage, this skill also is not bad as well. They're all pretty good in the growth section, so definitely something to look out for. Next up, as far as passives go, you want to make sure that you get rapid movement. This will increase your movement speed by 0.5, which is pretty big. Next up is deadly movement. This increases your attack and critical rate by 5%. This is a high priority skill, so be sure to max this one out first. And then next up, last but not least, we have got Sharp Eye, which increases evasion. Now on to the first job skills. First job skills are super important for this class. They all do pretty good damage, and I'm pretty much just going to hook you up with exactly how you're going to build it. First off, max out your 1 second skill. This 1 second skill is actually really nice for this point in time. There's not a lot of classes that have large AoE, and Dark Lord gets one, so it's really nice. Next up, we've got combination cutting. We're definitely going to have to max that one out alongside with slashing / stabbing. These 2 skills right here are really good DPS skills for this class. They're multi-hit, so they do a lot of damage up front. Next up is Counterattack. I would unfortunately only try to 10 out of 15 this one. I really wish you could just skip it because it's kind of irrelevant until you start bossing, but really you gotta level this one up so that way you can get to Dread Assault, and this is really where a lot of the damage comes from on this class. This skill does 7,000% damage, so definitely a high priority to do this one first. Or if you're just looking for multi-hit skills that will help out alongside with Grinsider, definitely go this route first. And then when you're ready for bossing or higher level content, or you're looking for a skill that's going to be able to do enough damage to one hit enemies, definitely go with this. All right, next up are the passives. The passives aren't really as good on this specific job, so we're gonna go ahead and just kind of talk a little bit about them. First thing we've got is Quick Rush. Quick Rush in early game I will put at 1 out of 10, but then in mid game I'll put it at 10 out of 10, simply because whenever you use this skill, it increases the distance of your dash, and on top of that, whenever you use your dash, you get an invincibility frame starting, so it's always really good. Also be sure to get the cancel skill for that. Next up, we've got Counterattack. Whenever you get hit by certain enemies, you'll deal that damage back to the enemy, so this is another one of those skills that are pretty decent. I definitely would pick this up. It's not a high priority or anything like that, but I definitely would look into it. Next up is Cancel Combination Cutting. This one allows you to cancel combination cutting, which can be pretty good. It's a pretty long animation skill, so I can see why you would want to have a cancel animation for that. Definitely do go ahead and pick that up as well. Next up, we've got Provoke. This pretty much will attract all the enemies around you to near you, and it will minus their accuracy, so they won't be able to hit you as much. This is a really nice skill for mobbing early on, especially if you don't want to waste a lot of resources. Last but not least is Cancel Counterattack, which honestly I wouldn't even worry too much about this until later on. Once you hit 200 plus, start bossing a lot more, you might find this skill to be more useful, but for right now, definitely I would just entirely skip counter and to cancel counter for right now. That's just not in the cards for the class right now. Next up, we've got second job active skills. Let's go ahead and let's talk about the active skills here. We've got J Slash. I'm not a big fan of J Slash, but at the same time, by the time you hit level 200, or by the time you start to max this skill out, you'll definitely find that it does do decent enough damage to be able to mob with, so definitely do try to max this out if possible. Next up, we've got Shadow Dance. Shadow Dance is a big damage dealer skill for this class. Multi-hit, does about 3,000 damage per attack. Definitely got to get it. It's a high priority skill. What I would do first is 10 out of 15 J Slash, and then coming down max Shadow Dance. Next up, let's talk about those passives. Let's go with Mobility first. Mobility will give you another 0.5 movement speed. This is a high priority skill. Then we've got Black Mist. Black Mist will give you +5 crit chance. Then we've got Blade of Death. Blade of Death gives you +40 attack %, which is also high priority. And then we also have Poison's Body, which gives you +20 defense. So yeah, these are all pretty nice. If you're asking me, I would go 10 out of 15 with J Slash, max out my 3 passives right here, these 3 purple ones. Then I would come back, max out this skill. Then I would end with maxing out Poisonous Body, which will give you +20 defense, which it depends on how your situation is going. If you need more defense, I would definitely try to max that a little earlier, but for most people, you should be fine with maxing that last. All right, last but not least, we have Final Job. Let's go ahead and let's talk about this real quick. Final Job passives, we've got Poison Blow. I said passive, I meant active skills, excuse me. So Poison Blow is your 1 second skill. This skill is really what's going to be the bread and butter for mobbing for this class. It's not necessarily the best skill, but it'll do the job that you needed to do, especially now because you can jump while using this 1 second skill, which makes it one of the very few skills you can jump and actually use in this game. But you do that often enough, you'll be able to hit 2 platforms pretty decently in some maps. Not every map is built for Dark Lord, but at the same time you can definitely still take advantage of this. Then next up after that we have got Eclipse. Eclipse is another multi-hit big damage skill, definitely look out for this. And then we also have Dawn, which also is in that same category. As you can see, the burst is super good with this class, but because these are multi-hit skills, they're really nice. All right, let's go on to the passives. These I 100% would max first. I would max out all the passives first before I'd even worry about getting into the skills. First one is Dark Beast. This increases boss damage by 10%. Next up is Stealth. Stealth gives you plus 10 movement speed, plus 5 jump power. When this attack is active or when this skill is active, critical rates are guaranteed. Stealth gives you plus 10 movement speed, plus 5 jump power. When attack critical hit is guaranteed, critical damage plus 1.5 times when skill effective is active. And then last but not least is Ruler's Power, which gives you plus 5% crit damage and plus 5 additional hit chance and plus 5 crit chance. Definitely max out both Ruler's Power and Stealth first, and then go for Dark Beast last, so that way that you don't have to worry about overall damage, and the boss damage will be a lot better later on by the time you hit 200 plus for sure. Well guys, that's pretty much the Dark Lord guide. It's pretty simple. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna set up the way that your skill board would look by the time you hit 200 and you're ready for bossing. So let's go ahead and let's do that. It's pretty much already in the order, but we're gonna go ahead and redo it. So we're gonna go ahead and take all of our buffs that we have, and we're gonna go ahead and set those in the bar like so, and go back to our final job. We're gonna go ahead and pick up on both of our ultimate skills here. Then we're gonna go here, grab Shadow Dance, Dread Assault, then we go into combo cutting, this into Counterattack, and back into your 1 second skill and Grimsider. I normally like to use Grimsider over J Slash because I don't like the flashing effect on J Slash, but that doesn't mean that it's not an effective skill. I just personally don't like that constant flashing. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole skill build. It's pretty nice. I definitely do think that there's a lot going on with this class. It has really good passives that kind of carry it. The fact that you can get guaranteed critical rate and have access to a lot of really cool stuff while in that mode, I definitely do think that this class in itself is a really good bosser, very exceptional when it comes to that. You'll definitely be one of the fastest bossing classes just because naturally you have a lot of really cool stuff in your kit. But thank you guys again for watching the vid. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.